Alright, I am back with another Leviathan Warships video. This time it's of a game I played. It's a challenge mode game, Sinking of the Charybdia. I think that's how that's pronounced. Charybdia is a ship, um, and I believe it's named after the sea monster, the Greek sea monster, Charybdis. And well, basically it's pretty hard challenge. I had come close to completing it a lot of times, but yeah, I basically ended up getting defeated all the time. Problem with the AI is that it seems to target one ship at a time, go all out against it, and well, they basically just swarm that ship. They run right into it. They do weird things. I don't know if that's how the game makers intended, but the result is a very weird way of having to play with swarms of enemies. So in this game what I tried doing was I took two dreadnoughts, and basically the one on the left is the one that's usually always targeted. So I basically I blocked off both channels using them, and I made sure that the inner part was covered by each other instead of like their own beam weapons. They would be in each other's gun range, and therefore the inner side would be covered by opposite ships and the outer side would be covered by the ships themselves. So on the outer side I've given them like railguns, and I've given them beam guns, so they should be pretty well covered. I mean, I'm saying they should be. They were pretty well covered. And yeah, that's the effect I was going for. Now the one on the left has one extra beam gun than the one on the right, because the one on the right is never attacked. I mean, hardly ever attacked. As you can see, everyone's rushing towards the ship on the left. So yeah, it's a fairly long game. It's a 10-minute long thing. I think some 64 turns or 65 turns. But yeah, this gets fairly hard. As you can see, the destroyer coming up on the right completely ignores my dreadnought there and goes for the one on the left. I do not know why the AI behaves like this, but it does. And as you can see, they just crowd up around the other dreadnought. They don't try to, circle around it or whatever. And that's me trying to show you. Rather looking for other ships. So this is a replay, which is why there's no fog of war. But I really can't see too far from the dreadnoughts. I don't remember if I gave them scout bridges, but I think I didn't to save 1 point. I'm not sure, but yeah. So yeah, I really like those three beam guns converging on the attacker from the left of the dreadnought, and the railgun finishing them off. Yeah, that was an intended effect. I had envisioned that. I've lost many countless hours trying to beat this particular challenge. Yeah, I think I've made a nice kill zone between both ships and effectively blockaded both straits. Yes, so I really like that Leviathan Warships lets you record games easily. Then we have an Overlord. Overlord are like the heavier, like the mini bosses. And the Marauders. And it's interesting, the Marauders are supposed to be this renegade faction. And you player plays the Commonwealth. It's weird because, I mean, if they're a renegade fleet from the Commonwealth, then they should have like less ships than you do. But they interestingly have a lot more. Obviously, per ship they're weaker, but in numbers they can quickly overpower you. As you can see, the dreadnought on the right, it's not suffered much damage at all, whereas the one on the left, poor thing's about to die, though it's causing a lot of carnage. And there goes the Overlord. The other minions crowd around, and it's really annoying because, I mean, if you're just one ship, the only weapons that can actually work are beam weapons, and beam weapons don't do much damage at all, except the railgun. But again, the railgun has a very limited fire rate and a fairly limited angle. But when it does fire, it really fires. I had played this game enough times to realize that there was enough Overlord coming in the top, which is why I've preemptively moved. I am not cheating, I swear. I actually remember this game by like the order of the AI and the ships by this point, because I had played this a good 10 or 15 times. And do I manage to get the railgun there? And I think I actually killed my own dreadnought right there. I think it died in friendly fire. Friendly fire is a big problem in this game. Your own ships, they just cannot aim properly, or they don't know when to cease fire. So there are two Overlords now, and I think the Charybdia should be coming up on the right. There it is. That's a Commonwealth ship, Atlas class. And as you can see, I have to fend off two Overlords, one Atlas and a destroyer with one dreadnought. But as you can also see, the Overlords are fairly weak now, and destroyer just got killed. And my dreadnought is still pretty healthy, and it has lovely railguns. So as you can see, I've turned my right side towards the ships, because that's the side with the railgun. And as you can see, the Overlord just died. It has, right? Oh no, it hasn't. Has it not? Yes, almost. But Overlords are pretty weak against railguns, so. And there's my shield working its magic. This shield actually saved me from a lot. And that's one Overlord destroyed. I think I'll kill this with a beam gun. Sorry, a rail gun. And there you go. So now that Charybdia had gone out of my line of sight, I think now it comes into my line of sight, which is why I quickly turned. I didn't know how far it had gone. And then I turned my railgun towards it. At this point, both of our hit points are roughly the same. That does not. The Charybdia doesn't have heavy armor though, which is why I think it's taking more damage than I am. And it also has a lighter shield. and it also managed to ground itself, as you can see, which is I think the main reason why it died so quickly. And of course I had a beam gun, so you can see it scraping the rocks. So yeah, it sort of made the job easier for me. And it's sinking, so at this point I virtually won, but I finished the game in nice style, and I was very proud of myself after I managed this. So yeah, thanks for watching.